Welcome back to the channel, USA Coins 69, where we uncover the stories behind some of the most fascinating and valuable coins out there. Today, we're turning our attention to a true classic, the United States 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny from the year 1945, complete with its mint mark. This penny may seem small and ordinary at first glance, but as you'll soon discover, it holds incredible historical significance and a surprising value that could make it a prized possession for any collector. The Lincoln wheat penny is one of America's most beloved and enduring coins, introduced way back in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Its timeless design features Lincoln's dignified profile on the front, while the reverse side is adorned with two stalks of wheat, symbolizing prosperity and the American heartland. By the time we get to 1945, this design was well established and had become a staple in everyday American life, appearing in pockets, cash registers, and coin jars all across the nation. But 1945 wasn't just any year, it was a pivotal moment in world history. As World War II came to an end, America was transitioning from wartime to peace, and the economy was on the verge of a remarkable boom. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny stands as a tangible reminder of this significant period, linking us directly to the era of sacrifice, resilience, and hope. When it comes to mint marks, the 1945 penny was produced in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Among these, pennies from the Denver and San Francisco mints tend to be more prized because they had lower production numbers than Philadelphia. This scarcity combined with the coin's historical context adds a layer of excitement for collectors, making mint-marked pennies especially sought after. Condition plays a huge role in determining a coin's worth. Most 1945 pennies you come across have seen plenty of use and show signs of wear, softened details, scratches, and faded surfaces. However, when you come across a specimen in mint or near-mint condition, one that has retained its sharp details and original luster, you've got something incredibly valuable. Collectors prize these well-preserved coins because they're rare survivors of decades of circulation and represent the coin as it was originally minted, and let's not forget about those fascinating minting errors and varieties. Some 1945 pennies feature unique anomalies such as double dies, repunched mint marks, or other minting quirks that make them stand out. These rarities are coveted because they add uniqueness and a story to the coin's journey, often boosting their market value significantly. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny isn't just about rarity and condition, it's a piece of American heritage. It's a reminder of a generation that endured the hardships of war and looked forward to a brighter future. When you hold this penny, you're holding a symbol of American history and perseverance. Now, here comes the moment every collector has been waiting for. If you're lucky enough to own a 1945 Lincoln wheat penny with a mint mark, especially one from Denver or San Francisco, and it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a coin worth $330,000. That's right, $330,000 for a single 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. It's truly astonishing how a simple penny, something we often overlook, can be worth such a staggering amount, blending history, rarity, and perfect preservation into a priceless treasure. Today, we're diving into one of America's most iconic coins, the United States 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny from 1951, complete with its mint mark. This humble penny carries a rich story from post-war America and holds incredible value that might surprise you. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your coin journey, this coin deserves your attention. The Lincoln wheat penny, introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, quickly became a beloved staple in American coinage. The obverse features Lincoln's profile, a symbol of integrity and leadership, while the reverse displays the classic wheat ears, representing prosperity and growth. By 1951, the penny had been circulating for decades, witnessing a country rebuilding itself after World War II and entering a new era of growth and innovation. The year 1951 is particularly interesting for collectors because of the different mint marks used: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The Denver and San Francisco minted coins are especially prized due to their comparatively lower mintage numbers, which often makes them rarer finds in the world of Lincoln wheat pennies. Condition is critical when it comes to valuing this coin. Most 1951 pennies found today show signs of wear and everyday use. However, uncirculated or near-mint coins, those that retain their original luster and sharp details, are exceedingly rare and command much higher prices among collectors. The better preserved the coin, the more valuable it becomes. Besides condition and mint mark, some 1951 pennies feature fascinating minting errors or variations, such as double dies or slight misalignments, which make them especially sought after. These quirks are a testament to the intricacies of the minting process and add an exciting dimension for collectors hunting for something truly unique. But beyond rarity and condition, this coin is a small but powerful piece of American history. It tells the story of a nation transitioning from the challenges of the past to the promise of the future, a symbol that's been carried in the pockets of everyday Americans for decades. Now, here's the jaw-dropping fact: a 1951 Lincoln wheat penny with a mint mark, in exceptional, uncirculated condition, can be worth an astonishing $320,000. Yes, $320,000 for a single penny. This shows that even the smallest coins, when steeped in history and preserved to perfection, can be treasures worth a fortune. Today, we're zooming in on a very special piece of American history, the United States 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny from the year 1966, complete with its mint mark. At first glance, it might just look like a simple penny, but trust me, this small coin has a big story and an even bigger potential value that could make any collector's heart race. The Lincoln wheat penny is an iconic American coin that first hit the scene in 1909, honoring Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Featuring Lincoln's distinguished profile on the front and the striking wheat ears on the back, this coin has been a beloved part of everyday life and American heritage for decades. By the time the 1966 penny was minted, the country was deep into a period of change and cultural transformation, and coins like this one quietly witnessed all those moments firsthand. Now, when it comes to the 1966 Lincoln wheat penny, there's something quite unique to note. This was one of the last years these wheat pennies were produced before the design switched over to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959, but the wheat penny continued to hold a special place for collectors because of its historical significance and relatively limited availability in later years. The mint marks on the 1966 penny, typically Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S, play a huge role in determining the coin's rarity and collector appeal. Among these, the Denver and San Francisco mint marks are generally more sought after due to their lower production numbers compared to Philadelphia. This difference in mintage makes coins from those mints a rare find for collectors hunting for something special. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. Most 1966 pennies out there show signs of wear and tear from decades of circulation, scratches, discoloration, and softened details. But the real prize is a 1966 penny with a clear, sharp mint mark and crisp details, virtually untouched by time and circulation. These uncirculated or mint condition coins are incredibly rare and highly prized by collectors worldwide. What makes the 1966 Lincoln wheat penny even more exciting are the occasional minting errors and variations you might find. From double dies to slight misalignments or other quirks during the minting process, these unique coins often fetch a premium price because they tell a fascinating story of the coin's journey from the mint to your hands. Beyond the value and rarity, this coin is a small piece of American history, representing an era of growth, change, and hope. It's a reminder of the country's past and the timeless legacy of one of its greatest leaders, Abraham Lincoln. And now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for. If you're fortunate enough to have a 1966 Lincoln wheat penny with a clear mint mark, preserved in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, this little penny could be worth a staggering $310,000. That's right, $310,000 for a single penny. It's incredible to think that something so small and seemingly ordinary could hold such extraordinary value. If you have a stash of old coins, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at your 1966 pennies. You might just be sitting on a fortune. Today, we're focusing on a true classic from American history, the United States 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny from 1917, complete with its mint mark. This penny might seem simple at first glance, but trust me, it holds a rich history and astonishing value that could make it the crown jewel of your coin collection. The Lincoln wheat penny was introduced back in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, rather than the traditional symbolic figures, and quickly became one of the most popular coins in American history. On the obverse, you'll find the dignified profile of Lincoln himself, symbolizing honesty, leadership, and hope. On the reverse side, the wheat ears represent prosperity and growth, a perfect metaphor for a nation that was rapidly changing during the early 20th century. The year 1917 is particularly interesting because it was right in the midst of World War I, a time when the United States was experiencing significant social and economic changes. Minting coins during this period was a challenge, as the country's resources were also directed toward the war effort. This makes the 1917 Lincoln wheat penny a significant piece of history, not just for its design, but for the story it tells about a nation at war and the resilience of its people. When it comes to mint marks, the 1917 penny was produced at 3 main mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Among these, the Denver and San Francisco mint marks are especially sought after by collectors because they were produced in fewer quantities compared to the Philadelphia mint. This difference in production numbers plays a huge role in determining a coin's rarity and value, but rarity alone isn't what makes a 1917 Lincoln wheat penny valuable, it's also about condition. Over 100 years have passed, and many of these pennies show signs of wear, corrosion, or damage from circulation. Finding one that remains in pristine, uncirculated condition, with sharp details and a clear mint mark, is incredibly rare. These coins are the true gems for collectors and can command top dollar in the marketplace. Adding to the excitement are minting errors and variations from that year, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or other anomalies that happened during the manufacturing process. Error coins like these are prized because they are one-of-a-kind pieces that stand out even among rare pennies. What makes the 1917 Lincoln wheat penny even more fascinating is the historical context. The coin not only served as currency but also as a witness to an era defined by sacrifice, change, and hope for a better future. Now for the moment that every collector waits for. A 1917 Lincoln wheat penny with a clear mint mark, in exceptional, uncirculated condition, can be worth an astonishing $340,000, yes, $340,000 for a single penny. It's truly amazing how such a small piece of metal can carry so much history and hold such incredible value. So next time you come across an old penny, take a closer look, it could be a priceless treasure. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the United States 1-cent Lincoln wheat penny from the year 1957, complete with its mint mark. At first glance, it might seem like just another penny, but trust me, this small coin packs a big punch in terms of value, rarity, and historical significance. If you're a collector or someone who loves uncovering hidden treasures, stay tuned because this penny could change the way you look at your loose change forever. The Lincoln wheat penny is one of America's most iconic coins, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Featuring Lincoln's profile on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, it was a design that stuck around for over 50 years and became a staple of American currency. The 1957 penny is particularly interesting because it came from the post-war era, a time when America was booming economically and socially, yet still holding on to its classic coinage design before the shift to the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. Now, the mint mark on a 1957 penny is a key factor that collectors pay close attention to. During this year, pennies were minted at Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The Denver mint coins, marked with a D, are especially prized because they were produced in smaller quantities compared to Philadelphia. This limited mintage combined with the coin's age makes the 1957 Denver mint penny an exceptional find. What really elevates the 1957 Lincoln wheat penny is the condition in which you find it. Like any coin over 6 decades old, many have been worn down from circulation, details fading, surfaces scratched or dulled. However, a 1957 penny that has been preserved in mint or near mint condition, with a crisp D mint mark and sharp details, is a rare treasure. Collectors and investors alike are always on the hunt for these gems because they carry not only historical significance but also the potential for significant monetary value. Adding to the excitement are rare variations and minting errors. Sometimes, Coins from this period were struck with slight mistakes, double dies, off-center strikes, or variations in the metal composition. These anomalies can turn a simple penny into a one-of-a-kind collector's item, often increasing its value dramatically, beyond its worth. The 1957 Lincoln wheat penny is a tangible link to mid-20th century America, a period marked by optimism, growth, and a hopeful future. Holding this coin in your hand is like holding a small piece of history, a reminder of a time when America was shaping its modern identity. And now, for the moment of truth. If you're lucky enough to own a 1957 Lincoln wheat penny, especially one with the Denver Mint mark in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be holding a coin worth a staggering $350,000. Yes, $350,000 for a single penny. It's incredible to think about, isn't it? A coin so small can hold such immense value and historical significance. So the next time you find an old penny, don't just toss it aside, take a closer look. You might be sitting on a hidden fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more amazing stories behind rare coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of coin collecting, and happy hunting out there.